Show with Jay Leno, featuring Branford Marsalis and the Tonight Show Band. Tonight, Jay welcomes Martin Short, the music of Linda Ronstadt, and actor Morris Chestnut. I'm Ed Hall, and now, Jay Leno.
Miss America pageant on Saturday, I know. How many are going to watch that Miss America pageant on Saturday? Going to watch that thing? Well, now, here's my question. Why is it that the Miss America contestants have to give their views on world peace, the environment, and the economy, and yet all Bush and Clinton talk about is Elvis Presley and Harry Truman? Why is that? I mean, how come... You know something? You know the debates are called off. You know that. They call it... Here's the stupid part about this whole political system. Both parties now are debating over the debates. This is getting so dumb. No. Do you know about... Bush wants to have 3 moderators. Clinton wants to have 1 moderator. I say, let's forget the moderators and just hook them both up to lie detectors. That would be the way to do it. Yeah! And here's something kind of ironic. You know, earlier this week, President Bush spoke to the National Guard convention in Utah, and then Bill Clinton went right after him. Then Bush went to Colorado, and Clinton was right behind him there. Then Bush went to New Mexico, and a couple of days later, Clinton shows up. Well, it's been a rough year for Bush. I mean, he finally gets 1 loyal follower, and it turns out to be Bill Clinton. You know? And you probably saw this on the news. Yesterday, the Hollywood Community here held a huge fundraiser for Bill Clinton. Raised like $1 million or something. Well, I'll tell you, they really cheered when Clinton said he wanted to put America back to work. Boy, they really cheered on that one. Then they all got back in their Mercedes and Jaguars and went back to their Japanese-owned studios and record companies. Yeah. And the latest Federal Election Commission report. Now, see, this is the fun stuff. This is the stuff you don't get to see. This is true. The Federal Election, you know, this is where they have to put down all the things they spend money on. Well, the Clinton campaign, in 1 month, spent $7,000 on pizza, donuts, and soda. $7 grand on pizza. That's why they take the bus. The plane can't take off. They're all eating pizza. And how about this? Ross Perot may re-enter the race. Do you believe this guy? Huh? He may even quit quitting. See, Ross Perot followers say he's following a brilliant strategy. They say he's waiting for the 2 frontrunners to falter before getting back in the race. Oh, that's a great strategy, huh? I mean, it works so well for Mario Cuomo. Yeah. And here's one of the strangest occurrences of this political year. A New York congressman who was dead won re-election Tuesday. He was dead, and he still won. So it looks like Harry Truman could be our next president, huh? And in Washington, D.C., former mayor and drug user Marion Barry, I guess he won it. He's back in politics. Barry's back in politics. I don't know where he held the victory party, but can be pretty sure it wasn't in a private hotel room this time. Yeah. No more of that. And yesterday, the U.S. Congress restored funds for the Super Collider. You know what that means? Amtrak's back in business for another year. And federal prison officials say convicted crime boss John Gotti is continuing to run his crime organization from jail. Now, here's the part I don't get. John Gotti can run his business from a maximum security prison and still make a profit, yet Neil Bush gets small business loans, federal grants, special treatment because his dad is the president, and he still goes bankrupt. How does that work? Well, let's see what's going on in science news. Astronauts were able to successfully fertilize frog eggs in the space shuttle. They attributed the fertilization to ideal atmospheric conditions, high-tech equipment, and some really romantic Johnny Mathis albums. Yeah, so I know it's a stupid joke. Actually, it was pretty amazing. You know that 414 tadpoles were hatched in outer space. They're hatched due to this process, what do they call it, in vitro fertilization? That means they don't have a father. No father. Boy, wait till Dan Quayle hears about this, huh? He'll bring that space shuttle right back. Oh, boy. I tell you, it's bad enough we have no family values on Earth, but to take that into space. And the 201st edition of the Farmer's Almanac came out this week. You know the Farmer's Almanac? That's the book farmers use to forecast future weather conditions. Nice of them to publish it 2 weeks after the hurricanes. Yeah. Oh, and here's something really depressing. The Keebler Cookie Company. You know the Keebler Cookie plant right here in Van Nuys, California? It's closing. It's closing. They're going to move all their operations to hollow trees in Mexico and Canada now. Now, here's something I don't understand. You've probably seen this a million. You seen these commercials where a guy comes on late at night for a sales course, and they say, you can make a fortune in real estate, and you can do it with no money down. You can buy a house, you can buy a hotel, you can buy an office building, no money down. All you have to do is send them $49.95 for the books and the audio cassettes. But then he says, no CODs, please. Now, am I supposed to believe I can buy a hotel, an office building, and a house with no money down, but if I want his stupid book, I got to send him all a dough in advance? Takes a while to sink in, some of these. Feel free to discuss it with your neighbor. Oh, and here's something kind of sad. You hear about this? Dodgers shortstop Jose Offerman. Do you hear about this? He was so upset about making 3 errors the other day that he jumped in front of the team bus. Yeah. Luckily, the bus went right through his legs. Yeah. Oh, okay, we got a good show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Short is here, the amazing Martin Short. And of course, Linda Ronstadt. Very exciting. And a fine, fine actor, you know, from Boys in the Hood, Morris Chestnut. And of course, Branford Marsalis and the Tonight Show Band.
The stories you are about to hear are true. They are real stories from real people about real crimes that are really stupid. All from the files of Police Blotter.
Thank you, thank you. We have now actual crimes taken from police blotters around the country, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to read some of these to you. I can't say the people's names, I guess. Oh, this is in Merchantville, New Jersey. These people, man and woman, allegedly grabbed $216 worth of film and ran out of a drugstore. The couple's names were provided by their 6-year-old son who was in the store at the time, and the parents forgot to take him with him. Crime does not pay. Here's another example. Here you go. A woman fainted in a supermarket. Medical assistant was summoned. A nurse decided to unhook the woman's bra so she could breathe better and discovered shoplifted frozen chickens in the bra. The woman had fainted from the cold. There you are. Here's an interesting one. This is a bail bonds company, B&C Bail Bonds. I don't know if their slogan, it says 24-hour service. Can you see under always available? We'll get you out of jail if it takes 10 years. Here's another genius file. A patient at Washington, where's this? This is the Salem Leader, Salem, Indiana. A patient at Washington County Memorial Hospital was without matches and she wanted to smoke a cigarette Monday, so she went in search of a light. She thought she found it when she saw a handle in the hospital that said, pull for fire. She didn't get the fire. She got the fire department by mistake. All right, fine. Here's probably the dumbest criminal of the day. This is from, near me in Haverhill, Massachusetts. A bank robber made every possible mistake on this. Listen to what this guy did. First, he had a deposit slip with his name and address in the front, which he turned over and wrote a ransom note on the back. Second, the money had been dusted with red dye, and he failed to notice it. He left a trail for the police to follow. Thirdly, his getaway car was a bicycle, which he fell off of and was covered with red dust and was sneezing and coughing when the police apprehended him. Not the smartest guy. What city is this one from? Sheriff's Report, the Trinity Journal, April 15th. Early Monday morning, April 6th, a Hayfork woman requested to talk to a sheriff because her housekeeper was not putting her towels away properly. Here you go. Here's the crime does not pay one. Here you go. A man walked up to a woman in the... This is right here in Manhattan Beach. Oh, this is a good one. A man walked up to a woman in the 1800 block of Hawthorne Boulevard and exposed his genitals. The woman excused herself, opened her car, got a machete, and chased the man. Yeah! What I say. All righty, we have time for one more. All righty. All right. You all know my first guest, a very talented comedian actor whose films include Three Amigos, Inner Space, Father of the Bride. His latest movie is called Captain Ron, which will open on September 18th. Please welcome Martin Short. Do that.
Thanks for remembering.
That's a whole comedy thing. I have no physical comedy amazes me, guys. Yeah, just that kind of stuff.
That's kind of a grace thing.
Oh, yeah. I have no grace. I can't do that.
So let me tell you this. I'm sitting there having a lovely Cointreau and Sody this afternoon, doing the TV Guide crossword because I like to tax my brain before a big event.
Oh, sure.
And you're a clue, actually. It says, you know, Jay Leno stars in The Tonight Show. So, you know, I know it's 2 letters. And a guy comes up to me and says, so what show were you in? And I said, Mannix. And he said...
Mannix?
And he said, I knew it. And then he said, so you know Mike Connors? And I said, does anyone? And he said...
Who really knows Mike Connors?
Exactly. But listen to me. I'm very excited to be here.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And confused as well. Yeah.
I'm so darn confused and excited, and I brought you a gift.
Oh.
It's a limited edition. It's a $20 bill, a Jamaican $20 bill.
A Jamaican $20 bill?
But it's one of the few Jamaican $20 bills issued with James Coco.
What?
They put James Coco on just a few of them. And
it does look like James Coco.
Does it not look like James Coco?
Oh, can I get a shot? Let me put this right here. Can you get a shot of that? That is James Coco, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. And on the $5 bill, they have one. He's just standing with his pants out like that. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. When he lost the weight, it would be worth less than a 20.
Yeah. Oliver Sholem.
All right, well, let me see. It's a lovely gift. Let's take a little break, and we'll come back and we'll talk.
All right.
Okay, Martin Short, ladies and gentlemen.
The Tonight Show with Jay and Martin will continue in a moment.
Yeah, while our hearts are young and there's still time, tell me what to do to make you mine. Oh, mine, how you walk outside and birds start to sing. How
Now, you may have noticed we have a special guest sitting in tonight in the band. Say hello to Nils Lofgren, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Nils. All right. And you'll be seeing him throughout the show, so terrific. Thanks for coming. Well, young man.
Yes, sir?
Now, most people know you from Saturday Night Live, obviously, and Second City and stuff. What did you do before that? Were you doing stand-up or something, or what?
No. Well, certainly, I did a series of frightening things in my career. I've had a lot of frightening. No, I did everything, really. I used to host a show called Right On the CBC.
Right On?
Yeah, I had hair down to here, and, I used to sing the top, but I had no funk at all. I I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. I did that.
Yeah, very good.
And thank you. Yeah. And that was taken off.
Yeah.
And
I can't imagine why it was canceled.
Yeah, and I do plays. I know. I'm still stinging.
Yeah.
And I do industrial shows, which would pay a lot. That would pay like $1,000.
Actually, I have done some, but when I would do it, what they mean is like if you do a show for like the Gleam toothpaste executives or something, right?
I would do the spirit of Chrysler 75, you know, and
Oh, where they write special material?
oh,
And
yeah,
you have-
special material. And it's great because the star is the car.
Yeah.
And I would, you know, they'd have like a screen back here and dry ice, and the screen would come out, and I'd be coming, I'd rather be a Fury than a Ford. Yes, I would. You know I would. And then you had to, yeah, they're right. And all the guys are sitting there, and you have to go to the parties afterwards. I mean, that was like
Oh,
mandatory.
yeah, meet the executives?
Meet the executives, and it'd be like these, you know, Miss Rum and Coke, and she'd be in a little mini skirt here, and the guys would be coming up with a drink, and they, now, so you are the corporate guys now, so how do you learn all the words? That's a lot of, and thanks, good talking to you. And,
They're really into it, too, I imagine.
yeah, stand there, you know those guys stand there with the hand in their pockets, the change. You know, that time, he wasn't even allowed in the club. You know, that's the, and, yeah, it was frightening. Would do plays. I was once in Fortune in Men's Eyes in 1974. I was 24 years of age, and
I was playing Rocky, the tough guy, and it was like kind of a subway Leo Gorsi. It was so bad.
yeah, the reviewer said not only was I unconvincing as Rocky, I was unconvincing as a male. You know. And, stop.
Oh, boy, that can sting.
Oh,
That can sting. That can sting.
You know, and then I guess the worst was I did in 1980.
This is the worst one.
I did a pilot with Slappy White. Do you remember Slappy White?
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah.
He used to
No,
do the thing with the two hands that...
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
They had a week to go. They had to do so many pilots. And I was told by an NBC, it was an NBC
Oh,
pilot.
obviously.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. And he said, they said, no way this can go. It cannot go.
But why would they...
Well, they owed the pilot to the producer, and
Oh, I see.
so we did it. It was called White and Reno, and the premise was that Slappy and I were a comedy team. Yeah, and the writing wasn't exactly pristine, you know.
Yeah,
I remember one of the lines, you know, I'd say, we were a comedy team, I'd say,
Oh.
ouch! Oh, that's the last time I do a high colonic before the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, so I'd say to Slappy, his name was Ben, I'd say, Ben, look, jokes like that won't get us a spot on the Tonight Show with Johnny. And he'd say, yeah, but jokes like that will keep you from going down to Johnny. And at that point, you get a kind of a tension headache right around here, you know. And around Wednesday, you know, you don't think it's going to go, but by Wednesday, they're saying, you know, this could go. It's looking good. The Lander sisters were in it.
Oh, the Lander sisters, oh, sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
Magda Gabor had a cameo. It was beyond belief. Toba Borgnine was in the wings, you know. And then we finished it, and I was terrified. And I'm in the Crocker Bank the day before they announced, and I see the same vice president. He looks over and goes like this. Thumbs up. I think they're going to go with it. And I had it all planned out. I was going to go back to Canada. I was going to, you know, retire. I know they'd sue me because you have to do them.
Yeah, yeah.
But they didn't.
No.
So
Oh,
they went
well,
to
you're
Europe.
lucky. You're
Yeah.
lucky. Good for you. All right, let's take a little break here. Come back. We'll talk about the movie. We'll show a clip.
All right.
Find out some more with family. We'll talk. We'll talk.
The Tonight Show will return after this.
Welcome back. We are talking with Martin Short now.
Thank you.
The new movie is Captain Ron. Now, what is this about? This is one I haven't been able to see yet.
Captain Ron is, Christopher Guest is a good friend of mine. And he said to me the other day, he said, Martin, what is Captain Ron about? And I said, well, I am a father with 2 children, and I'm married to Mary Kay Place, and we inherit a boat. And he said, I didn't say spoil it for me.
Oh, no.
But anyway, we inherit the ship. I'm this like guy who's very happy in my life. I can see where it's going to go and how it's all going to end. And I inherit the ship, and it's like this great adventure. You know, it's like this magical thing sent to me that we can just go on a 50-day adventure, take the ship from an island and take it to Miami, sell it, and then we meet Captain Ron as Kurt Russell, and he's the most frightening, you know, Wallace Beery on Uppers or something, you know. And so that's the adventure. It's a very, very sweet, funny film.
Now, you shot a lot of this on the boat.
Yeah, we shot it on the boat, which is very bizarre. I mean, you're in a ship, a 50-foot sailboat. And do you sail?
No, I'm not much of a sailor.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
I mean, I've been on sailboats, so I know.
Yeah, and then a barge is attached to it, and it would rock. It would be unbelievable.
Those are
rocking
called
all
waves,
day. And
yeah.
they're- waves, yes, I knew. I kept saying, what's causing all this? And people would say to me, I don't know, Marty. And I'd say, yeah, nor do I. Anyway, so we'd be going back and forth. And you know, this girl played my daughter, very wonderful, sweet girl, Meadow Sisto. And she was so seasick every day. And she'd be sitting there, and, you know, she'd do a scene like, I love you, Daddy. And I don't want you ever to go away from me. Cut. What another? Oh, I mean, it was unbelievable. And of course, we're shooting in Puerto Rico, you know, which is...
That's pretty.
Oh, it's fabulous. You know, and it's disco crazy in Puerto Rico.
Disco?
They love the disco. Bee Gees are just hitting.
Bee Gees just hitting. Just make that.
We used to go to this one place, Extravaganza, you know, and this woman, Irma, ran Extravaganza. She was like one of the oldest. It was amazing. From back, you'd say, wow, who's that? And she'd turn around, and it was, looked like she'd been carried out of Shangri-La, you know, the old...
Right.
And she'd been there forever. And she'd say, this Donna Summer or something, no? I mean, it was just, you know, it was just a new phenomenon.
Oh, that new Travolta film, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a fabulous place. They're very sweet to us.
Well, let's take a look here. We have a clip. Does this need any setup? You know what this is? Let's take a look here.
This is, well, Captain Ron has thrown a party in our absence on the boat, and once again, he's taking over my life and my family, and I hate this guy, and understandably.
Let's take a look. Captain Ron.
What are you doing?
The merengue.
Honey, where is your brother?
Oh, he's around here someplace. You guys! See, it was Captain Ron's idea. He didn't want us wandering around on the street because he said something might happen, so we found this band, and these people, we just had a party.
Honey, we thought you were in some kind of trouble or something. We were worried sick the whole time we were in jail.
You guys were in jail?
Yeah,
Well,
just don't
it's
worry
a
about
long
jail,
story.
okay? Who's this guy?
This is Mamba. Well, he doesn't speak a lot of English, but he's really cute. And he's a local artist. And Mom, Dad, guess what?
Don't tell me. You're engaged, right?
No, I didn't get engaged. Come on. I got tattooed.
Oh.
Mama did it. It's like this really cool little rose.
Are you saying that...
Honey, where did you get this tattoo?
At Mama's shop.
No, I mean where on your body?
Mom, that's private.
You let a guy with a spider on his head
Mom,
do something
Daddy.
kind of private?
Well, you know, Dad, things could be a lot worse.
How?
Hey, what happened in the music? Uh-oh.
Now you had a,
So let me just say that that's Ben Salisbury's little boy and the fabulous and adorable Mary Kay Place.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, and...
Now, I saw the other clip which you couldn't show.
No.
Because
I
you had a
heard about
nude
this.
scene. This is not a first view, is it? Is it nude?
Oh, no. Well, what do you call a nude scene?
I would call a scene with no clothes on.
Yeah, well,
not being technically into it.
Yeah, no, yes, no, this is not my first nude scene, but it is bizarre to do a nude scene, you know, because, well, you know, it's just strange. And you're not total, I mean, you know, you're wearing a little, you know, kind of a peanut shell and some dental floss, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess for some of us,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, whatever would be appropriate.
Could you believe how I'd set you up?
Oh,
and just
boy, you
move on?
walked
What
right
a
into
sweet
it.
fellow.
All right.
Would you do a nude scene?
Me?
You and Kay Ballard in a kind of a farce, a romantic
thinking.
farce. Wake me when I'm nude, something like that.
If I had to? Probably. I may have to before the end of this program. All right. The movie is Captain Ron. Looks very funny. That's a terrific clip.
Thank you.
Well, check it out. It opens September 18th. Marty Short!
We represent the Lullaby League, and in the name of the Lullaby League, we wish to welcome you